Welcome back to your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Yanks win 10-5 over the Nats. They take care of a bad team, which is what they should be doing. We've talked about this before. Let's just enjoy this, okay? This is a week of gettable games. They have 3 games against the Nats, 4 games against the White Sox. They should ideally go 7-0 in these games. These teams are not very good, but this is what the Yankees do. We know this. They beat up on bad teams. But this is what you're supposed to do. Take the win. 10-5. They win in traditional Yankees fashion. A bunch of home runs. Chisholm, Dominguez, and Ben Rice, who it's his 21st of the year. So really, really great showing from them. This is how the Yankees are built. They hit home runs, they win. They out-homer the other team, they win. They don't, they lose. And against a good team, they probably lose. But regardless, they played in a great game. We'll get to Schlittler in a second, who is absolutely dominant. But Bellinger was great. He had a sac fly in this game. Again, Rice, 21st of the year, 106 off the bat, 435 feet. He absolutely crushed it. That guy's got to be in the lineup. And I think that home run was the longest of his career, which is absolutely awesome. Judge got an RBI ground roll double. He's looking better at the plate. We're going to talk about his flexor strain in a little bit, whether or not he can play outfield. But his at-bats look better. He just looks more comfortable. He's pretty close. Bellinger, a 2-run single. Chisholm crushed a home run to right field. His 25th of the year, an upper deck shot. Just yanked it down the right field line, hooked the pole, but he crushed it. But I think the story of this game was Schlittler. It's crazy that Max Fried was an AL Cy Young candidate the first half of the year. Rodon has been great, but Schlittler might have the best stuff out of all of them. He's the first Yankee since Masahiro Tanaka in 2014 to hold opponents to 3 runs or fewer in each of his first 8 MLB starts. He has been absolutely incredible. He pitched 6 innings last night, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, no earned runs. He was an absolute stud. In the month of August, he's got a 1.63 ERA, a 188 batting average against, and 31 strikeouts to 10 walks. That's getting it done. I mean, he's been incredible. And I like Fried 1 just because of the postseason experience, Schlittler 2, and then Rodon 3. I mean, that is a really good starting 3 in the playoffs. And I do think they will play in the playoffs. I do think they make the playoffs. I don't know how they're going to fare against good teams who put the ball in play, make contact, and run the bases well and play defense. But because the Yankees, I wouldn't say the Yankees are a totally complete team. Because I think they have a ton of flaws, but Schlittler is absolutely dominant. And those other guys we've seen can be too. Fried can be dominant, and so can Rodon. Your bullpen holds up. You've got 3 frontline starters in the playoffs. It's a tough team to beat, especially if you're hitting home runs. Now, if you're not hitting home runs, that's a different story. We've talked about that. Good teams will try to limit the home runs that you hit, especially because the secret's out in the Yankees. The way to beat them is to limit the home runs. If you have the same amount of home runs or out-homer them, they're going to lose. Or if you make a lot of contact and don't strike out, they're probably going to make some errors. But he was absolutely filthy. 100.6 on the fastball, 101 painting it everywhere. His curveball matched with that fastball is unhittable. I mean, that curveball drops off the table 12-6, 83 to 85 miles an hour. To lefties, it's pretty much unhittable when you're throwing over 100, 101. At times, he just challenged guys up in the zone and just blew it past them, like Paul DeYoung, 98 up and away. Fastball past Dylan Cruz, and there was times where he's just like, screw it, I'm just going to blow you away, and he's able to do that. His cutter is really good at 91, 92. He froze Jacob Young outside with that. And then, again, to lefties, the fastball breaking ball combination is just absolutely devastating. He's so good. He's allowed an OPS against him is 359. He's just been absolutely lights out, and may have the best stuff out of every starter on the team, which is pretty impressive for like a 22, 23-year-old. I have to give Boone some praise here for benching Volpe. It needed to happen. Just unacceptable the way he's been playing defensively. And he has, and it's worked. He benched Volpe. Now, who knows how long this is going to last. It could be a day or two off. But just sending that message saying, this isn't good enough. This is the New York Yankees. You're the shortstop of the New York Yankees. You have to play better, and if you don't, you're going to sit. I think Volpe will respond well. I don't think he's a guy that really gets in his head, I think he's a guy who is really competitive and will work really hard and take this as a learning and teaching opportunity and really focus and get better. And I think that's something that he has to do. And I think just Boone finally doing something is like giving me hope. Like, oh, okay, like I'm not going crazy. He is seeing the same things that I'm seeing, and being able to take action. Like, you're the manager. You weren't hired to be the team's big brother and give everyone a pat on the back and tell them they're awesome. Like, take somebody out of the game. Make a statement. You're the leader of this team, essentially, as much as a manager can lead a team. And I think that was the right move, and it's obviously paid dividends for them. You have Caballero playing short. He went 1 for 4, but it's more taking Volpe out. Now, who knows if he'll be in the lineup, because the Yankees play Washington Tuesday night, 7:05 Eastern start, so we'll see if Volpe's in the lineup. But I have to give Boone credit for actually doing something and making a pretty logical move that frankly should have been made a while ago. I want to talk a couple injuries. So Fernando Cruz, left oblique strain, should be back either today or tomorrow. He looked pretty good in his AA Somerset outing, throwing 10 strikes over 18 pitches, an inning and a third. Looked really, really good. You obviously want that fork ball coming back, but really nasty stuff. That splitter fork ball was absolutely gross at like 80 miles an hour, dropping off the table. So hopefully he's back soon. Austin Slater, left hamstring strain sometime in December. I'm not super worried about that. I feel like they're okay in the outfield. He did resume some baseball activities, on-field drills, including some running, taking some fly balls. So he's on track for the estimated recovery time, which is 4 to 6 weeks, which happened on August 5th. So sometime in September, I think we'll be fine. Judge is a little bit more interesting case because the right flexor strain, he was activated from the injured list on August 5th. He's obviously been limited to DH. You have to have him in the lineup, and I think he's starting to come around, and I think he's going to really start hitting for power soon. The timetable's unclear of when he's going to return to the outfield. He says he's fine. Boone says he's not. It's kind of weird. Those two really don't seem to be on the same page. But he did continue tossing up to 150 feet. He threw a little bit in Toronto, but there's a lot of talk like, what are they going to do? And so I think I don't know. Like, I think he could probably play, but it's just worrisome because if he gets a ball in gameplay and someone's trying to stretch a single into a double and he lets it rip without thinking to second base, he could really hurt himself. They cannot lose Judge. They can't lose his bat. They just can't. Obviously, he's a great defender, but if he gets hurt, this team's done. You can literally pack it up. He's been ramping up slowly. He threw for the first time to bases on Sunday, and I think he could probably play, but I think they're worried that in an in-game situation, if someone's tagging to home or someone's trying to stretch single into a double, like I said, or going first to third, and he tries to throw somebody out at third, I just think they're just being really cautious, and you have other outfielders, so I don't think there's an absolute need to put them out there. I think there's a clog at DH where you kind of want either him, Stanton, or Bryce to play, and obviously you probably have to play Stanton at DH, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what he does. It should be interesting. That's been your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. We'll see if the Yankees can take care of the Nats again tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow to recap that. Have a great day. Bye-bye.